Yo, what's up? Leviticus Rich here. Want to do a quick video. I want to share something with you that I keep noticing all the time whenever I log onto any social media platform, whenever I watch any commercial, whenever I turn on the TV, whenever I see an advertisement, I keep seeing the exact same thing. What do I see? Everyone's trying to sell you something, and I'm not opposed to people selling things. Selling makes the world go round. Everyone's selling it every time. You're selling yourself to somebody if you're looking for a girlfriend or a boyfriend. You're selling yourself to your employer. Everyone's selling, so that's not what this video is about. What the video is about is that when everyone sells you something, they make the goal too difficult. They make it almost unachievable. They make it seem as though the thing you're looking for is so far out of reach, so difficult to achieve, and it makes people not want to get it. Does that make sense? I'll give you an example. I see a lot of fitness influencers. Whenever they show people, they show these super ripped people with these huge muscles. The thing about the fitness industry, a lot of dudes in the fitness industry, especially some of these YouTubers you see and some of these social media influencers, they do steroids. They do testosterone boosters. They do all kinds of performance enhancing drugs that you don't know about or you don't have access to, or maybe you just don't want to take. And that creates a false perception of what the true goal should be. You see these dudes on magazines, so super ripped, Photoshop. Or if they are super ripped, some of them have to go through extreme diets and extreme dehydration to get that 5 minutes of super abs popping out just to take that photo, just to sell you the dream, just to make it seem like in order for you to feel like you're manly or in great shape or in peak performance, you need to look that way. It's all bullshit. The finance industry, everyone on social media, everyone on Instagram, everyone you see on YouTube, they sell you the dream that you need to be the six-figure entrepreneur, that you need to be this millionaire, that you need to be this billionaire, that you need to be super rich, driving a Lamborghini or Ferrari, living in a mansion in the Hollywood Hills. Nonsense, bullshit. You don't need that to have a good life. You don't need that to be happy. You don't need that to feel successful or to feel accomplished. You can be an average, more or less average dude making about 50, 60, 70, 80K, living a decent life, living a good life, living a fantastic life. Depends on how you structure your life, but it's not impossible. However, everyone out there in the finance industry will sell you the dream that you need to be super rich. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't make more money, and I'm not saying you shouldn't be ambitious. What I am saying is that you don't need to set your standards so high that they're unachievable to the point where you make yourself depressed and unhappy because you can't really achieve them. Everyone cannot be a millionaire. I take that back. Everyone technically can be a millionaire. Everyone won't be a millionaire because the steps to become a millionaire, the steps to make six figures, the steps to be super rich, super wealthy, super financially well off is very difficult. If everyone could do it, it'd be easy. And therefore, it wouldn't make a difference. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't be valuable. Does that make sense at all? Third thing, you see some of these influencers and they sell you the dream that you need to have 12 girlfriends or 5 girlfriends or the top strongest, most best possible dude out there. You gotta have a guy that's 6 feet tall, making 6 figures, 6-pack abs, huge, jacked, dominant, super strong, can fight really super well. They say the dream that if you're a guy, you need to have this like super blonde, like super hot model that every guy wants, but she only wants you, and she's super loyal and submissive and all that nonsense. And I'm not saying those things aren't realistic. I'm not saying those things are bad. I'm not saying you can't get those things. I'm saying that you don't need those things to be happy. You don't necessarily have to have the hottest girl around to have a great girlfriend. Actually, sometimes when girls are really hot, they're quite annoying. They're actually not that pleasant to be around. So the point that I'm making is that all these things you see, all these businesses, all these companies, all they're doing is selling you a dream that you probably cannot achieve. And that's the point. Because if you can't achieve it, you're gonna keep giving them your money, hoping that one day you will accomplish the goal. You see these diet supplements like hydroxycut. What do they sell you? They sell you that if you eat this pill, you will be skinny overnight. Nonsense. No one that takes hydroxycut gets skinny overnight. The only people that get skinny are the people that put in time, effort, go to the gym over months, over years, over a long period of time of discipline, consistency, hard work. And they're the ones that get ripped. They're the ones that get the abs. They're the ones that get in better shape. You can't sell that because that requires actual effort. You see these dudes out here that do have the girlfriends, that do, maybe girls that do have the boyfriends. They're people that took years to build themselves up. They built up their personality. They built up their social skills. They built up the way that they interact with people on a daily basis. They know how to, for example, see somebody and understand what they're thinking just by kind of watching their body language. They understand subconscious cues. Does that make sense at all? The people with the money, they sell you the dream that you'll be this 21-year-old who just sells some course or just sells some program or just does coaching or does whatever and you'll be rich overnight. I'm not saying some of these guys don't do that. I'm not saying it's impossible. What I am saying is that's unnecessary. You don't need to do all those things. You don't need to have all of those super over the top high standards to be happy, to be successful, because success is subjective, to be well off in your mind. What you do need is consistency. You need a plan. That is ultimately what you need. What you do need to truly feel happy, to truly feel successful, to truly feel fulfilled is you need choice. You need freedom to choose what you want to do. And I think the way you truly get to choose what you want to do is to have certain skills that get you from point A to point B. Maybe you don't want to be ripped, but if you know that you could be ripped if you so choose to, then you feel more secure in the way you look. You feel more secure in your appearance. Maybe you don't need to be a millionaire, but if you felt as though you could make more money by having certain skills, you'd feel more secure with your income. You'd understand that whatever you're making is more of a choice and not a forced position to be in. Does that make sense at all? Maybe you don't need the hottest girl out there. Maybe you don't need the hottest boyfriend or the tallest boyfriend out there. But if you felt like you could get that person, if you so chose, then you feel more secure with the partner that you have, or partners, if you roll that way. I don't know, I don't judge. So the point I'm making, don't buy into the marketing bullshit. Don't buy into the nonsense. What you need in life is choice. You need to feel as though you can choose your life. You need freedom of choice. You don't need the end result that's being sold to you, but you do need to at least have the idea that you could get it if you so choose. Does that make sense at all? Hopefully it does. Shoot me a comment below. Let me know what you think about it. Peace.